Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started. And the Cleveland Browns. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. So the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
Quarters of the NFL season are complete. What are underway, and we early short kick take 14 here. And they're going to start this drive. They get it up 30. So here comes for their first drive on off by a draft Jack.
And I thought in last game, the way to like a good pitcher without his best stuff. Interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the rate, not the numbers you really look QB, but finding a way to win. That's all that matters.
Play action. He'll get to the scrimmage. Second down. He shouldn't have caught it.
Weren't we? You can see the lost yardage, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything be made play.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe actually third. Throw a real come up on a 3rd and 12. Jack shot flushed right. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get them. They'll stir. He cost some yards to
Pass rush, huh?
From scrimmage.
Out of the gate.
A bit here. Yards to go now on second. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Browns drive about to get started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. Got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first in the regular season, ball security comes up the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step.
Here's Jackson throwing again. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. It's a 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Now it's Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff to Sam. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Hey, here I come.
They'll throw on first down with Berger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkward in a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. From the 25 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took an angle, thus, completion.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
They go play with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 7 to go on set. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
He takes us for about 6 down inside the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43 line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just answered with that tackle.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 in NFL history. That will officially go down at field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns defensive unit trots back out. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? by being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line with Samuels. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little disgusting on there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. Jumped.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The numbers there for Connery in last week's game. 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense is key on it.
The last catch took him 2 yards, so now in 3rd.
False start, offense.
That's on the former Army Ranger Villanueva. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly. Falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call on, how about the execution right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Play action. Now Jackson. Toward the center of the field. It's incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Chubb.
It's run, fellas, it's run.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll let 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Browns on. They've hit it %, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They told us when we've got 3rd and 5 to be able to convert, and I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. Guy is immune.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 41, Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Gentry. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a that was. Not only to scoop it, but the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it on a run drill. He thinks
so they was down.
Was pushing his way for the ground.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And he's got the... We also have a flat field. And they're walking backwards. Apparently some jersey there on the O.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he on beauty, best of the day. And that into the for Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers would tell you.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play, knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second, doesn't even have much.
And don't think they're about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. The ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Offensive effort. They were all over that little swing to the right side. Yarded.
Terrific read, better execution, and enthusiasm. All the way into the football and call play for lost yard.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
They start the drive with Connor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on down.
Mike, 53. Mike.
On 2nd and a yard. Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Steelers on third down. Not good thus far. They need just a yard here and one. Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Swint. They're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 at first. It's off its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again 1. Here's Roethlisberger. Finds Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
The time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. Both know, planned for this, and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. They get him to the cusp of the red zone after a pick number 6. Second and 5 now. Roethlisberger to the goal line, complete. And the Steelers just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Boy, throwing the football, just not trending in the right direction. This week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement. He might ding the true. You know, he's one of those tough guys to the bell in every play for his team. That might be his accuracy.
So atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done? Missed one early and never gotten a chance for it. The rest of the game, that's a lot to carry around.
Heading out as the Cleveland now as they get set to take. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to battle as a general rule. But now, as a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Off of, that's what they're here. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. Day 7. 6 yards there and a down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
This has to go down as one routes in the playbook, but if nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Looking for 3 down. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he is met tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard. He's up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blue. Linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one. I think quarterbacks see that. Find a way to audible. A little more advantageous.
Now the throw knocked it incomplete. Michigan State Spartan Justin Lane there to bat it away.
They were getting ready to convert their down, but what to get his hand on that one, knock it away, brings up a 4th down decision.
Possession goes over here on the punt, and the Steelers are going to take over territory. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. The drive will start with Connor. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 4. They're bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big for a loss. Now this pass to Vance McDonald. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd. On 3rd, Roethlisberger. And they get to as Roethlisberger goes down. Olivier, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great use.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never.
Here's Jerry now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a he got. And that one hits at the 7. Into the end zone, and that'll be a touch. Cleveland offense ready to go. They punted last time. That steps. Charles, you think to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Oh, Chubb fumble.
That ball gets, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat are on base and one guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And a turnover. Jackson on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Joel Bitonio, one of the steals of the half, the culprit there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the hold. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
To start the drive, but that one incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And up second down. They go with Chubb on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Second down play, nets a -4.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Johnson's got it complete. And he can only take this thing to the 30, shy of the first down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Mike, I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has at a 3rd and 10. On Fitz counter, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Baker now as the 5th today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right?
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. He'll wind up losing yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And Pittsburgh get healed. The recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been a difficult half for them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, they can cash it in.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. It's caught by Davis. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And income crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Completion here, 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Steelers signal for outs. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw again is Roethlisberger. it to Davis. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through there, right? Get downfield to a certain point, usually around quarterback sees your numbers, and set your...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Another try after down sack. Roethlisberger. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the locker. Chris now for the extra point. It's up. And it's good. Our score 10-3 now. That drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one whistled to get tackled.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that's for the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right. Comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They were talking about forcing incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? So you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Jordan Berry now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time. And he'll get this away into the air. Landry, agile footwork.
Return team.
This will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special awesome yard as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Good move by Duke. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. Big play on the ground there. It goes for yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a book, they come to life on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call.
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get down all those yards to your toe.
A really nice gain there. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and Jackson, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it'll bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against this. I don't think he saw a good point in the game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me it's the kickers in the NFL who are not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On the runner, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, and this carry not. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Roethlisberger, he'll get this one complete today, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. Trying to find a lane. Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, a run with Connor. A 6-yard pickup on the ground, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
53, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Now Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he'll edge on the play back to the 37-yard line. He loses 4, brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to be there, but it got blown up.
It's hard that play if you're out of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. You're able to read that, slow it down, and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Hey, check. Double tight.
1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And down, but not before he gets this across the 25. 13 pickup for a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Blitz and down. Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
The analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situation. Another sack right there.
Offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throw is Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Secondary, and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in. He was a big-time receiver.
Steps into this one and is a rocket. A little too close up, and it gets zone for it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead to play the field game.
To an extent, like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been game, but why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense. End of this game, you're
a quick throw answer. That time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the center on this play don't help a team very much. Of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
Threw it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now throwing on third, but he cannot connect. Defensive effort of these teams that we've seen in this game.
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
You feel like they're contemplating before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 14 yards and a first down.
50's the miles. 50's the miles.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme, when you have a blocker on a defender. And
all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was a rookie, because usually is a continuation of your days. A lot of one read, and if you don't just take off and go, settled in the pocket a bit more, and getting to a and sometimes third. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. Scoring some 3-play drive. All level piece is the... And it ends for Cleveland. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Pittsburgh to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives, putting the football away.
And fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to in your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler or complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and 10 now. They will find Davis. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to on 3rd and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought 41. An effective 3rd down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And a flag as that one falls in. Well, let's see who this is on. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. If you're with the quarterback, you can hit.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. 1-yard line. Miles continues to have his sack of the campaign. 2 sack 4 from last week.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated, because a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
After the sack, it's 19. Road gets a bit from here. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And he's going to take this across the 50 in territory. Now Ben 3rd and long. And they're going to get him. He's taken down at the 47-yard line. Myles Garrett continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The hard stuff that a lot of off season to work on those, paying dividend home in a big way.
To stop it, 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touch. Offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now up. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's...
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. What they're doing now comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Around making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant.
So no can get into scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And punt for Cleveland is good for this quarter of. We'll return with more after this. This NFL at EA. And if taken back near about the 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The offensive count NFC playoff race. We give you a look at what's going on there. Some good games going on in the early window. This mess to the bunch. Now it's count. Missed anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Berger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They find some open field here. That one 13 yards and first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
To throw on 2nd and Roethlisberger. And the incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. 2nd down incompletion. They'll come now against a 3rd and 6. This one by Davis. He's going to get this.
They execute a route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit. Against man, it's often a tight, sharply run route. Zone, that open spot, that dead area, may curl it a little bit wider just to get in place.
And usually a tight window. He fires in there for the completion. Throwing on first down, but this one incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down completion. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Connor. Depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about so short. He needed 3. He got 2. That'll be an interesting situation here on 4th yard. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know you want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal. If you don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this is still certainly a long ways.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on to hold the lead, right? They're happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a player, and they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Throwing on first, Jackson. And his throw's incomplete. It's in the one he was looking for. Going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 25. It's Jackson. He's gotten it to his big tight end. Just a 3-yard gain. He's on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very hard to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run out almost on the. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt make that 8 sacks for him on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. Nice gain on this play, but gave about half the yard back on the sack. Excellent pressure up. No ball. Down he goes.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 17. Now Jackson. It's brought in by Harris. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Jackson to throw on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about to drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's and that's what I believe that's exactly in this one.
Goes out there, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. 4 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Connor. As he in line. That's going to have 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And his crew will take over 30 yards. Critical error in a tight game of the 4th.
All Utah is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Now the door is open for position.
Just in general, passing in the 4th quarter, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into it.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow, tough start. Means that they're strong. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied in and changed game plan in order to make things better.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And inside the 20 before he's brought. 90 yards to pick up there. James.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Jackson on first down. And that is right sideline, but out of bounds, says the The throw took him a little too second down. They run. Chubb. And they get to him quickly here at 13. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a third coming up. On 3rd, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for the end up getting 4 yards there, but it also 4th down.
I liked his effort. He got it done on his own, but he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. A lot of guys have coverage responsibility.
Though, because I thought when he first took off, it's down. Well, you watch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Let's go, boys. Bring it in.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And interception, just interception. Are you a little bit miss when you start, or no, you just throw that?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way to go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. When you take care of it, be careful about being too cautious, because never run any offense at all.
Still want to see how they attack them here. And a play as we've had in this one so far. Now it's Roethlisberger. Yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. Good defense holds a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a night, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and so they can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. Just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And the Browns getting set to go. They had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were in range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and beat the whole thing. The only one hacker that's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get on this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about super.
He's going to be taking field.
Offense.
And the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on patience. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. You can't hold him.
He'll run it. And West the 35 before he's taken down. That big left tackle, former number 2 overall pick, Greg Robinson. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, Chubb is forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down and marching backward. They'll walk him back half the distance. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Get down, this is Harris. The 7 or 8 yard. 5 year, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd long on the horizon. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Unable to connect late. I'll give them credit. They took their but it's going to bring up 4th. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, maybe the last team holding the football.
Maybe well, less, of course, the aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretical job now. You should get the ball punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
So the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. This one to Swenson. Taken down, but not before he gets into territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Hunter. And he'll get it down here to the 3. 8-4 on 1st and down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 6. Use the first of their 3 outs as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Connor. Now the Browns go for the 2nd of their timeouts as a example game. On 2nd, Connor looking for space. The Browns and final timeout. We'll stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Got to get to the 26 for 3rd down. On the Connor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall. Line of scrimmage. No gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye to be an elite linebacker. What it means is his read, react, play. But on that one, he looked less.
So an environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there. They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. Back to. And he sealed it instead down. And pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Last shot for Jackson. Now a decent throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So they're 5 empty. That the ball. Well, going into the final play of this game, they needed some type of a miracle at the very end, but get it done. However, we were treated as spectacular affair.
They didn't finish it off. You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. Could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Pittsburgh, the win is there. The years they move to 5-8, and they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles.